Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you guys who have subscribed so far. If you are new, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos and see if you may enjoy it as well. And I do hope you guys enjoy this reading. As you can tell by the title, I am going to be channeling the late Trayvon Martin. I think most of us know by now most of what happened to him, but I'm going to be basically trying to see if I can get any more details. Just basically get him to give me his story based on his perspective. And he's been coming in for like the past few days, and I was like, okay, well, I don't mind telling your story. And then today I realized that I saw a post on social media. I realized that it's his birthday. I was like, oh, happy birthday. Like, how fitting that he would come through, that his energy would come through around, the time of his, birthday. So I'm stoked to get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and take a quick minute, and because it's already feeling hot. He's already, whenever I do channeling people who have passed on, like, it takes such a huge toll on my body because they try to make me feel everything they felt around their death, when they were dying. So it tends to be a lot. So I'm just gonna take a quick sip of water before. All right. Okay, he's already coming in. Okay, he's telling me. Okay, he's telling me to give him a moment. He's trying to figure out where to start. Okay. Okay, so he is telling me that he didn't know that his story would get this much attention when he crossed over. When he first crossed over, he didn't think that his story would get as much traction as it did. And the reason he's telling me this is he's telling me because he's been instilled at a very young age. It was instilled in him by society, by family, by the media, that, basically when you look like him, when you're a young black man or a black man, period, you tend to have a target placed on your back, period, is what he's telling me. So when he crossed over, okay, let me pause for a second. I want to make sure I get his message out correctly. Okay, so he's taking me directly to the night he died. Okay. Okay, so he's telling me that the man who killed him, and I'm not going to use his name because I'm already being protected by my angels and being told that the man is very lawsuit happy, so I'm not even going to mention his name. Yeah, but he's Trayvon's taking me, to the night he was killed. He's showing me that the man that killed him, the man who killed him, he's basically showing me that he had been following him like for at least 45 minutes. And he's showing me, like, he didn't know this at first, but he's showing me, like, from a truck, that he'd been watching him and following him from a truck, all the way to the point where the confrontation took place. All the way to the point when the confrontation took place. Now, he is telling me that he targeted him before, way before Trayvon realized that he was a target. And he's telling me that the man that killed him, from the second he saw him, he did not see him as a human being. Until this day, he still doesn't. And he's telling me that's why he not only killed him, but till this day, this is the reason why that this man wholeheartedly believes that he was right in doing so. God. Okay, that's awful. Okay, he's telling me, guys, he's telling me to tell you guys, think of all the times you guys have seen a racist in action. He's telling me, what's the first thing they do? He's telling me they usually provoke the victim with words. He's telling me they will provoke you. They will try to get like a reaction out of you, basically, so to speak. You know, and what he's telling me is that what this man was doing, what most people don't know, is that he was saying he was both dehumanizing him and demeaning him, trying to get him to respond so that he could justify what he planned on doing. And I'm being told he planned, like, he's showing me now that he planned to kill him from the giddy up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, he's showing me that he basically wanted. Sorry, guys, this is really hard. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now because I'm seeing visions of it as well as I'm telling you guys what happened, and it's overwhelming. But okay, get it together, Mimi. Okay, all right. He is showing me that the man that killed him, he's showing me that when he first crossed over, um, he was able to understand so much more than exactly what happened when it went down, is what he's telling me here. He's telling me that this man was being vile to him, he was dehumanizing him, demeaning him, and waiting for him to respond. Um, that way, and in his mind, he was thinking, look, everybody, look how this person that I targeted, that I stalked and followed and shot and killed was acting. Like, this is what was running through this man's mind energetically, is what he's showing me. It's almost like it's almost as if he wanted to get a certain reaction out of him so that he could feel justified, because he feels justified in killing him till this day. There is no guilt, is from what he's telling me, from this man. Okay. Now he is showing me that when he first crossed over, there is one thing that he went back and forth with as far as regret. And he's telling me it would not have made a difference, because from the moment, you know, this man had his eyes set on him, he had already made the decision and made up his mind about Trayvon, strictly based on his skin color already and his gender. Nothing would have changed this man's mind about what was going to happen, about how the interaction was going to go down. He is also showing me, now I don't know how, I don't watch the news, I don't read the news, because frankly it's depressing, and like I pick up enough of energy around, I don't need to add any more to it. But he's telling me that when this man initially made first contact with him, aside from the words being exchanged, he's showing me that he physically blocked him from leaving. So I know some people were saying, well, why didn't he just walk away? He literally could not walk away. He blocked him, physically blocked him, is what I'm showing. And he grabbed him too, because he's showing me he actually tried to walk away peacefully, but he's showing me that walking away peacefully was not an option. He's clarifying that, and he is clarifying that had he been given the choice to walk away peacefully, that's a choice he would have taken. Okay, and he's also showing me that he was grabbed by the shoulder, like shoved. Okay, he's taking me to the altercation, so hold on, guys. Okay. Okay, he's showing me that the first initial contact was him blocking him, and then when he tried to get past, you know, like being physically blocked from being able to walk away, I'm hearing that the man grabbed his shoulder. It sort of kind of shoved him back, and he's telling me that that's when the altercation began. Um, that's when they sort of, okay, he sort of pushed him, is what he's telling me. So like, get away from me, like, what's wrong with you? Like pushed him, and then all hell broke loose after that point. Like the man tackled him. I don't even like. He's like, he was bigger than me. Like I'm showing like him. Oh God, I can't. This is hard, y'all. Okay. Ooh, okay. He's showing me that he began punching him, that he stood over him, and then pulled out a gun. Okay. And the hard part from what he's telling me is that this man, I don't know if you guys know this or not, or if this was told in the news, he's showing me that this man, after tackling him, blocking him from going home, beating him up, and throwing him on the concrete, like scraping him on the concrete is what he's showing me. And basically like shoving his weight on him, making sure he doesn't get up. This man pulled out a gun. I'm sorry guys, this is hard. He's telling me this man pulled out a gun, and there was a pause. There was an actual pause where this man stopped and acted like he wasn't going to pull the trigger, and then pulled it. I'm sorry, y'all. I just... Ooh. Okay. And the worst part is, you guys, he's telling me that this man, till this day, still considers him the monster. And he's reiterating that this man stalked me, this man confronted me, this man assaulted me, this man took my life, and yet he still, till this day, considers me the monster. This shit's heartbreaking, y'all. Like, it's taking everything in me not to stop the reading right now, because I'm literally, like, shaking. But I'm gonna finish this reading. I'm gonna tell his story. Okay, he's rerouting. He's bringing up his mother. Okay, he's taking a pause on his mother, actually. He wants to acknowledge the girl that was on the phone with him, on the phone call with him, like a phone call. He's always praying over this girl, always praying for this girl. Yeah, he's showing me his hands pressed together like this, like that's my confirmation for when they're praying for somebody or praying over someone. He wants her to let go of the guilt. Because he's showing me that it sometimes crosses her mind that maybe she should have hung up, that maybe she should have tried to call the police. Maybe that would have made a difference if they hung up and called even earlier. She goes over it sometimes in her head. He's very, till this day, traumatized, you guys. It's just, there's this energy of her feeling that maybe something could have changed. And he's showing me the hand she had holding onto the phone, the hand she was holding the phone with. Like, he's showing me like a shaking hand sometimes. He's showing me that, he's telling me that she has a lot of repressed emotions about that night. And he's saying that this girl has compartmentalized a lot. And PTSD is basically, he's showing me that she has PTSD about this. But he wants her to know that he's always praying for her. And he is hoping that she gets help. And gets a chance to, talk to someone who can truly help her get through this. He's saying, yes, time heals emotional scars, but it takes more than time, is what he's saying. He's acknowledging everything everyone has been doing for him, everything everyone has done for him, down to his foundation. I didn't even know he had a foundation, okay. He's showing me that there's a lot of people, even though it's not being publicized, that are working on the background, doing everything that they can to make sure that what happened to him does not happen to others. He's showing me his mother. He's smiling. He is telling me that he's pretty much always with her. He's saying that he's her protector, basically. Okay, he is also talking about he is also bringing up his father. Now, he is showing me that his father is like, he's bringing up health and career for his father. He's saying that his father's health and his career is taking a big toll on him. And he is showing me that he's making me feel like he's doing everything he can on the other side in heaven to try to help his father right now. Okay, he's bringing up his mother again. He's saying that, he's reiterating that he spends literally 90% of his time watching over her, being around her. And he's saying that he didn't really understand and realize how deep a mother's love went until he crossed over. Until he passed. He didn't realize like how hard mothers go for their children, and how hard she's still going for him. He's showing me and basically making me feel that he will forever be grateful and always watch over her and the rest of his family and loved ones. Now, there is one thing he wants to make clear, guys. He is wanting to make clear, and he's telling me, make sure you tell them, my death was not in vain. My death was not in vain. Now, he is showing me that he didn't know a lot about exactly where he was headed while he was alive, as far as his future, as far as future-wise. But he's showing me that he now knows what his purpose was. And his purpose, I know this is really hard, but he's saying his purpose and his reason for reincarnating in this earth and going through all this trauma and going through everything that happened down to the last moments of his death, down to everything that escalated, was to bring awareness. He is one of the souls that that was meant to bring awareness to these horrible, vile, like atrocities that keep happening like this. Yeah, he's showing me that he reincarnated in this lifetime to basically expose the ugly truths about something, you know, that's been going on, like that's gone on past him, that's gone on before him. Um, he is telling me that although his death was tragic, guys, it was meant to trigger and bring profound change. So he's again reiterating, my death was not in vain. It was not in vain. Okay? And what he's also reiterating and wants me to let you guys know is that when a person passes away, it doesn't necessarily end there for them. I mean, it ends for their physical body, of course, but he's showing me and clarifying that a lot of people who pass away can still work from the other side. They can still work from heaven to make things happen. Okay? And he wants you guys to know that he is very much indeed working on the other side. He is influencing a lot of politicians to basically bring about change. So he's showing me and letting me know that there are going to be a lot of laws that get passed, a lot of laws that get put into effect due to the energetic work that he and a lot of others who died, you know, under the same circumstances that he sort of did, are working to make sure takes place. Okay. Okay, now he's bringing me back to his mother. He wants his mother, he wants her not to feel guilty or feel like it's a disappointment or loss for the way her her political career has been going on. He's basically saying that rejection is often God's protection, and whether or not she's in the ring directly fighting, you know, with these dirty politicians and trying to take them down, there is going to be justice and there is going to be change. Okay. Now, another thing he wants to address is, he's saying a lot of people keep asking this, like, when is he going to get justice? When is he going to get justice? He wants you guys to know that every single day that that man takes a breath, he is getting justice. He wants you guys to know that whenever someone has to numb themselves, and when I say numb themselves, I mean overeat to the point where you don't have to feel like the piece of shit you are, excuse my French, when you have to drink yourself to a stupor, when you have to basically go into hiding 90% of your time, you are not living. So he's saying he wants you guys to know that every single day he is actually getting justice. Okay? He's saying it's not the swift justice that you guys feel that he should get, but he wants you guys to know he is getting justice. He does want to thank everyone who helped bring awareness to his case, everyone who marched, everyone who was out there in the streets fighting to get his story heard, to get his, you know, situation put out there so that something could be done, so that the awareness that he wanted brought to it could be brought to it. He wants to thank all of you from the bottom of his heart. He's doing one of those thank yous. He's really, really, really grateful for that. And he wants you guys to know that the fight is not over. You guys are going to hear a lot of politicians refer to his name or bring up his name when certain laws pass. And they're going to be laws that are going to be inspired by what happened to him. Okay? So he wants you guys to know, just because, you know, his life was taken away does not mean that it was all for vain, like it was all for nothing. He wants you guys to focus on bringing change, equality, and justice for all. Okay? I sort of feel him walking away because I don't feel as crazy hot as I did when he first stepped in. But yeah, guys, that is what I have on this one. That was probably one of the most difficult readings. Whew, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, guys. I'm gonna go and maybe have some more ice water this time. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys, and you guys take care.